Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna make another penpal envelope and it's gonna be with cute envelopes, so let's get started. The first step is gonna be having our piece of paper. This is kind of thick, it's a cardboard, so I'm just gonna fold it as I would do with any folder. Let me go through this. I'm gonna probably need to use a bone to make sure that the fold is crisp and nice. So the interesting thing of this kind of folder is that we're gonna fill it up with small little envelopes, so we make it really cute when we open it up, because we're gonna add a little bit of thickness in the inside. I'm gonna decorate the cover first. Usually the cover is the last thing that I decorate, but in this case we're gonna decorate this first. Now another thing that I want to do in this specific project is using my scraps. I found out that I have a large pile of scraps, so I grabbed a little bit what I had in a bag handy, and I also pulled some black and white stickers that I made. So these are all black and white stickers. Some of these are from 2024, which I'm never gonna use again because we're 1 year out. And then these are some stickers of plants. Some of these are hand drawn, some of them were gotten from the computer, so we are gonna try to use it because I have a lot, as you can see. And then, you know, these scraps, and there's some interesting paper here too that I got either from my penpals or there. Maybe you cannot see that, but I'm gonna pull it a little bit here. So this, for example, is from one of my penpals, and I have been waiting to use this for so long, so I definitely want to use this one. And of course I have lots and lots and lots of wood paper, which we're gonna use that heavily today. And then I have a piece of hand stamped paper. I use these a lot to pack orders, so there is always leftovers. All right, we are gonna move it out, and I want to send mail to my friends, so we're gonna get started. This is for a friend. Her name is Adrienne, so I'm thinking that it's just planning something fancy, but maybe I shouldn't try to do something fancy. What I also have here are smaller pieces of the same thing, like hand stamped paper. I have book paper. I have even these pieces of paper. So let's just grab a random pack, okay? So these are even tissue paper. Oh, I forgot that I even had these things. So these are very interesting. And then we have these pieces of paper. I even have this sticker, which I think is gonna be nice. I have this tissue paper. Let's use some of this hand stamped paper too. And then we can add as decoration the sticker that I mentioned before. Or we can hand draw stuff, which is gonna make it even cuter. I really want to use as much as handmade as I can possibly use, instead of go into stickers or handmade or already made stuff, because I'm trying to make these things for beginners, and so usually when you begin you don't have that many things. So all of these pieces are hand stamped sticker or paper, meaning that these pieces are something that if you already have some stamps, they don't have to be fancy, they don't have to be a lot. As long as you stamp in different pieces of paper, they are going to be interesting. For example, these are tea-dyed paper versus this that is the regular paper. And if you find in whatever no white paper, if you stamp in there, they are gonna look very, very cute. And I want to use them so I can show you also how I use them. And this is a cute stamp that I had, and I just stamped in craft paper that was a leftover for another project. And I also have this cute stuff that I have from, like, it was kind of a agenda, old agenda that I needed to throw away, and so I just cut up these pieces before I threw. And then I have hand stamped stuff. This actually was sent to me by a friend, and I just cut it out. And so, okay, let's get started. I have tons of paper. You see, I have tons and tons, and this is gonna be my key piece. I really want to use this one, but I don't know if I'm gonna use the whole thing. She even put her name on it, so I feel a little bit guilty for kind of cutting it, but I think that we will have to. Maybe we can put her name pasted here so people know who made it. You know, I can put by in it. Let me put by so they know that the present was made for my other pen pal, but my pen pal already made this piece. It's beautiful. So I would just cut this, put that probably here, and then cut the small pieces and just paste it in here. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna start with the basic stuff, because this is gonna look a little bit vintage with all this paper. it's just getting too crowded in this place. So I'm gonna start by getting this part, and I don't like putting the numbers in there because it gets me confused sometimes. I just use the numbers when I'm using that to cut, but because I'm not using this to cut right now, I'm gonna just use this. Now I'm gonna ink, let's say, this part. So let's ink and ink. So I'm gonna probably just use this in the fast mode so you don't have to see me doing this, but I'll be back. Alright, so this is the piece already inked, and it looks great because this kind of creamy paper is making it look better. I saw this sticker that is very big, and I think it's super cute, but I think it's not gonna pop up. It's not gonna be visible enough because it's too close to the color of the background. So we're gonna use some of this paper that is gonna have to create some sort of contrast. And for that, I have been looking at this, and I think that this is good enough. We're gonna use this piece another time, and we can start with just cutting any piece. So we're gonna cut like this, and then we're gonna get probably our ruler, and we're gonna cut like this. Okay, I am lucky to have this ruler. It's super cute, but you can use any regular paper as well. This one is too big, I would say, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. Too big in the sense that it's a big area where there's nothing interesting happening. So we'll probably just put this here, and I don't even know if I need to use it all. I'm just maybe how do we do this? So I like the idea of putting this right here, but for this area I want something tiny from this. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it like this. There you go. We have enough happening in the background, and then we can add, you know, very rare, weird, not weird, widely cuts of paper in the background, and then we can keep going from there. Okay, so we just add all of these in here, wherever it makes you happy. You know, I just think that this is kind of cute to use. And I have a thing with handmade hand stamped paper. I love it, love it, love it, love it a lot. I think that is my favorite piece of ephemera to use. Handmade paper to me, or hand stamped paper, sorry, makes me so happy. And we have, don't forget these pieces. We have these beautiful pieces. So maybe we can just slide this one in there. Let me see how this big piece is gonna fit in here. Now it looks a lot more noticeable, I think, right? So this is a sticker. I made this sticker like several years ago when I used to have this old shop that I ended up closing. I opened a new shop, but the name of my previous shop for some reason was not available. It was a big deal, and so I couldn't recover that one, which is sad, but it's okay. Everything is fine. So we're gonna add this other piece over here. I think it's cute, or maybe smaller. Actually would be better. So I'm just gonna add this piece here. I'm okay with this gap because I'm gonna cut these pieces and put them in there. So I'm not so worried about it. But let's see if the full piece is gonna fit in there. And if not, we can always go. Okay. Now this beautiful, beautiful piece. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Oh, I don't know if that's the best idea to cut it, because I don't know if the three flowers are gonna fit in there. I think that if I put this on top, they are not, because there's... I'm just gonna cut these two flowers and maybe put this on the top. Okay. I always suffer when I have to use one of my penpals work, because I always feel like these pieces are so special, so unique, and so beautiful that kind of makes me worried that I'm gonna mess it up. But it is what it is. Wish me luck with this one. There you go. I really didn't have many projects where I wanted to use this. I tried at least 3 other times to use this piece before, and I was like, I know I'm gonna mess it up. But today is the day. So hopefully this is gonna turn out nice and beautiful, and it's gonna be okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can put this one right here like that, and the last piece that I didn't cut yet, I can put it right here, or I can put this a little bit upper. I think it's okay. And again, I want to keep the credit to my friend. I mean, she's the artist, and I would hate that somebody else would tell me, oh, that's beautiful, and you know, I think that they deserve to know who made this beautiful piece. All right, let's do it over here. Okay, and I'm gonna cut this part just so I can paste it somewhere else, and I can put the right credit in there. Yep, it's not, oh no, it's not gonna fit. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see if I move it. If I move it, only one of them is gonna fit, but not the two of them. The two leaves. Maybe I can cut the leaf and put this leaf over here, and that is gonna be enough. And then I can put this one here. It makes sense, right? I hope so. I was trying to leave it with the rough edges, but maybe the best alternative for us is gonna be just cut around with an outline. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna be back shortly. Okay, I have all the pieces now. You know, the pieces of my frame mate and all this beautiful. I think I'm gonna put this one here, and finally, okay, maybe I can put this and this here, and I can put this one over here. This is coming from here, so maybe somehow like that, or maybe I can just pour these two together here, and then I can cut this piece. It's not gonna be perfect because it's cut from a piece of art, but we can put this by Ari there, and to create some contrast we can put maybe this tissue paper, or maybe we can just add some, I don't know, it has to be something that creates some contrast. So what I'm gonna do is just put this piece here, but I feel like this needs some sort of brown, something contrasting, and I have a lot of brown here, so let's see if this is gonna actually fix it. It is a little bit, but not quite enough. So what I'm gonna do is just probably add one of these hand stamped pieces over here, something like that. But I also need a little bit more brownish stuff. So let's see what we have here. I can just add these brown pieces, or maybe I have something hand stamped here that has the right color for me, like the flowers that we saw before. Maybe this piece is gonna help a little bit to create the contrast that we're looking for. I think that might, I think so. And then I can put this by Ari there, and then we can just add a little bit of these things in there to create a little bit more contrast. I think that could be the way to go. Let's go with that. I will try to remember where the pieces are, but I also need to paste this here. So let's do that. And I'm gonna write a letter. When I write the letter to my friend, I'm gonna tell her that the pieces, the flower, are a drawing and a piece from my other friend Ari, so she knows why the by Ari is in the front of her penpal folder. Okay, so we're gonna get it in there. We're not gonna make it perfect because the curve is so strong. I think that if we have something like this, it's gonna help a lot. Well, maybe a little bit better than that. There you go. Maybe something like that. Okay. This is still a little bit chaotic, but I think it's gonna work anyway. Just let me put some glue. Oh my gosh, I'm getting, it stresses me out when I have too many things on the desk, but it's okay. We are working. We're gonna go through this. So I'm gonna paste this piece over here. So this is gonna create a contrast for our flowers. We're gonna put Bayari here, or we can put this one here. That's the way it was, right? So this one was here. This one was here, this one was here. Yep, no. Just, I don't want to break anything. I want all her flowers, everything, to be done there. Maybe like that is better. Okay, let's let's do that. I'm not gonna move pieces at this point until everything is pasted. I should be using this one. This is such a great tool to paste these kind of pieces. So let's do this. So let's put this piece already pasted because this is kind of fragile and it's hard to paste and everything. So let's just paste it. There you go. It's creating contrast enough. Everything is all right. And now I'm happier with how this looks like. I think that these pieces are so pretty. Are so pretty. Oh, I forgot to paste this. It's okay. Can still lift a little bit of the leaf in here. There you go. And then this one over here, and then we can secure this in there, and then we can add this in there like so, and that would be the whole piece. But you know that when you're looking into the balance colors of these two pieces, you can see how the color that is missing to create the full balance of this is the color pink, right? Because we have two oranges but only one pink. So in order to create enough for us to keep going, oops, to keep going, let me put these pieces away. All right. In order to create enough balance for us, we will have to add pink or red or something like that. I have pink pieces here, like this. I have red too, which is gonna make it even more interesting. Let's see what other colors I have. I don't wanna add purple because it's too much, as you can see here. See how it breaks the color? So we're not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna keep the pink and the red and whatever other color we can. Actually, I think, no, this one is good. This one is good, this one is good. And I think that with that, we should have a little bit more balance here. Maybe even here one. Nope. This one is better, I think. And so with that, we should have enough. Oops, I had this die cut in waiting mode because I was working on another project last night with Windows, and I was thinking, oh, I should use that, and then I put that on the top of my on the top of my cabinet, and I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna use it tomorrow, and today is today and I haven't used that yet. So it's probably in time for that piece to go home because I'm not gonna use it today, and I'm not gonna be crafting on that until probably next week, so it has to go home. Okay, and I think it works. It's not perfect. I wish I did. This could be a little bit better in the taste of, in the sense that I think that I didn't give justice enough to these pieces that my friend Ari crafted, but this, I think it's still somehow cute, and I hope that you enjoy it. But okay, let's go to the point where now we can make the inside of the folder, which is something that I was looking forward to do. Okay, so for this piece we're gonna need bigger pieces of paper, and I have tons of scrap and pieces of paper that I at some point used and I discarded, or I haven't used, and I said I'm gonna come back to this, and I haven't come back to this. So these are the pieces, and I think that because of the size of the project we're gonna use smaller pieces like these. I'll select this one too. Oh, this one is a good size too. And I think that is about it. How many other colors, pieces and stuff, but let's just keep it there. Because I'm decided to use book paper. So I'm thinking that probably this one is gonna be better, just because of the contrast with the paper. I never use the titles. Okay, so the first step on everything is always gonna be cutting pieces. And now, the reason because I didn't use these pieces of paper was because I was drying flowers here. So the paper has like some spots where the flowers were drying, and I'm gonna use these pieces of paper that I just got to make paper soon. So I'm keeping everything in place. Okay. And now, let's see. So we need to cut here and we need to cut here. Or we can use that to fold. It's also a possibility. But, okay, we're gonna have a very basic decoration inside of the envelopes. So I'm thinking we need 2 pieces of the same size. They don't have to be perfect, but they need to be exactly the same size, more or less. Okay, so to avoid confusions, we're gonna just use 2 pieces of paper that are exactly the same size, and then we're gonna fold them. I think because this is half of a piece of paper, this is gonna be 11, meaning that this is probably 5.5 each. So I'm gonna try to make it 5 or 4.8, something like that. So we will use this. Sorry, this is gonna be 5.5, meaning that each one of the pieces is gonna be 2 inches, right? Oh my gosh, sometimes my brain doesn't give me the right answer right away, and I need to. Okay, so this is gonna be 2 inches, and then we're gonna grab our ruler, and this is gonna be 2 inches, but this is gonna be just folding. And the reason for that is that we are gonna have a lid, so we are not cutting in there yet. Right, we're not cutting. So it's 2 inches, 2 inches, and then we're gonna use this to close. So here. And then we take our paper cutter again, and then we use it more or less where you want the closure of your envelope to be. That to me is just here. Well, a little bit lower maybe. Let me. Okay, now I'm happier. So again, these pieces I'm still gonna use them, so I'm gonna put them in my small pocket of scraps like this. I'm gonna fold it and then put it in here. That's how I go to the number that I have right now, but I need to find a new storage because I have too many. Okay, so we have them, and then this is gonna close like this. And I'm not quite happy with the length of this, so we're gonna cut them too. And we're gonna do this, and we're gonna cut to the other side as well, more or less there. So we cut the 2 pieces, the 2 areas, let's say. And then we're gonna have these 2 pieces, one here, and they are gonna fit perfectly in our envelope. So they are a little bit smaller than I anticipated, I guess, but I think that they are right. They are good enough. And we can decorate in the middle too. We can put stamp. We can stamp all over the place, so it looks even cuter. we can put washi tape or whatever we really want. And then this other piece is gonna be even cuter because it's gonna have 4 envelopes. And so to do that, we're gonna use the same kind of paper. So it's gonna be this one. And so what I know is that my pockets, half of this is gonna be enough. Let's see if we can have it, okay? I'm not gonna actually have envelopes, I'm gonna make pockets. I think it's gonna be better if we make pockets here. So half of these is gonna be good enough. See how small they are? And then if we cut them in half, it's not gonna be enough. But let me see. So we said 2 centimeters, now 2.5 is gonna be enough. 2.5. Okay, so this means that if I go 14 here, 2.5, it's gonna be enough. 2.5 is gonna be enough, and 2.5 is gonna be enough, right? I hope that you're following my logic here, because this is 5.5 centimeters, oh sorry, inches. What we're doing is basically creating simple little pockets of 2.5 inches each. So this is gonna be 2.5 inches. And I actually could have just used this one. See, 2.5 is to the very bottom of this. So if we put this to the very bottom of the paper, to the cutter, and we just cut it in there, we have 2.5. And because we cut 2 pieces together, then we have all our 4 pockets already. Because there's, oops, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We don't want to secure them yet because we want to do a small little cutting here. I'm not gonna just, well, maybe I can use my puncher in here, right? Because it's so easy. And I have 4 of them, which means that I can probably just use a puncher easily. Before I punch, I'm gonna fold this in half. So it's gonna give me kind of a mark in here that I know exactly where to cut. Let me get my puncher and I'll be right back. So here it is, my paper puncher, and I still have this mark over here. So what I'm gonna do with all the pieces together is I'm gonna put them there. Just gonna put them more or less in the middle. And then I'm just gonna punch. Okay, so they are perfect little semicircles that we cut. And now we are ready to paste and cut, and to paste, basically. Paste and decorate. I will paste the pieces together, but not in the folder yet, and then we're gonna decorate, and then we're gonna put everything in the folder. So on this one, I'm gonna put them together. And what I want is my friend to have access to the goodies easily, but I know that the closure is over here, so I'm gonna just make a small mark right here. And I'm gonna use my ruler for this. So I know that this is gonna close in where it says spike. So I'm gonna use my ruler here. Oh. And I'm gonna make a line. And the line is right below, right above this. And then from there, I'm just gonna make a 1 centimeter, let's say 2 centimeters in each side. Maybe 1.5, okay? 1.5. Just because my envelope is small. So I'm making 1.5 mark in the 2 sides of my envelope. And then from that 1.5, I'm also gonna make 2 centimeters mark over here. 2 centimeters mark over here. And then these 2 dots connect here. And then these 2 dots also connect. Okay, and now it's just time to cut. You just cut this part and you're gonna have a beautiful opening for your friend to get access to the goodies easily, and they don't have to open all the way the envelope. They can just get access to that easily. And I left this eraser here on purpose because this eraser is not like the other one. It doesn't leave any marks. And I got many erasers. The white ones are the worst ones. They get, I don't know, after a while they get dry and they don't erase very well. They get like chalk or something like that. And so when your friend opens, this opening is gonna be here and it's gonna allow your friend to take the goodies easily. Well, since everything is cut already, now it's time to paste. You just need to apply glue to this part, but I like starting in the other side a little bit, so I start here a little bit, but then I go all the way through there. Okay, so, and then we just push a little bit, push it, and that's it. We have one, and we're gonna do, and then for this one, obviously, I guess it's obviously because it's already cut. We are gonna have this way, and on this way, and then our pocket is done. So I'm gonna paste the rest and I'll be back. Okay, now that everything has been pasted, the next step for me is gonna stamp both the folder, like the inside of the folder, and then also each one of the pieces. Okay, so I want to do the same thing that I did in the outside, meaning that I'm gonna go with this tool and I go all around, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'm just gonna go and do all the outline. And because this takes a lot of time, I'm just gonna put this in fast camera. You can see what I'm doing. Okay, now that all the pieces are together, I decided to go into the middle of this folder too and do some distress, and it's in the back and the front. And so we're gonna have the pieces here too. I have like these 4 pockets distress and these 2 small envelopes distressed, and now it's the time to start putting pieces together. Because this is made from book paper, then we have kind of the opportunity to use kind of brown paper like this one, which is something that I'm thinking about. I want this to be the, actually all of them should be having more or less the same colors. They don't have to be exactly the same design, but I want them to be kind of coherent. And because we have a very colorful kind of cover, I want to put a lot less color in this one, meaning that I want to be pieces of just brown pieces, white pieces and stuff like that. Oh, there is a big brown here, which is gonna help a lot. And then we can use other pieces like this one. You can use tissue paper. And then if we have other pieces of paper, like, I don't think that I have more than just one on those, but maybe this music paper is contrast enough, maybe not. I have other pieces of paper like this one. This one is cute. Oh, it's old, you know. It's just what we can do is just cut the small little pieces of paper here. They don't have to be distressed. We can use our scissors for that, and then add some areas, and then we can use our stickers that we just cut, and the ones that I told you about, the ones that have flowers and stuff, and then that would be it. So we're using brown because we have book paper. We're using brown, we're using this paper, and we're using this one. And all this hand stamped paper, they are a little bit too big for these pieces, but we're gonna use them in another project. Okay, so this is gonna go back, and then let's just cut a few pieces of paper here with our scissors. I would think that maybe 3, 6, 9 would be enough, probably. And so we're just gonna, all what we're gonna do is just, we're gonna cut this piece, and we're gonna cut this piece, the white paper, like, or I would say the not used paper, or spaces in the paper, and then every 3 lines I'm just gonna make a cut with my scissors like that. They don't have to be perfect, but I like cutting them. And our pieces maybe the opposite side of this, and this one we can keep in 4. And then all what we have to do is just cut in the middle. Oh well, at least this one is in the middle, right? Because we can use this one here, this one here. But this in the middle could be a little bit too big, so we're gonna cut it in 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3, and there's one more piece that we need to cut. That one, that would be enough. And we can put this one in here so we can use another time. And then this one, it's just so sad to just use it without any shape. So if you have any die cut or a puncher, sorry, that could be small enough, that would be useful. And again, I have this beautiful circle one, so maybe this is gonna be, so I need, so I can use this kind of a half a circle, and in these ones I can use a full circle. Don't know if I have enough paper, but I think I should have. Oh my gosh, this cut. Sometimes these paper cutters just do that. Okay, so I suffer a little bit, but I got 2 circles out of it. And I'm not gonna make it again because sometimes the paper cutters get like that and it's really hard to fix it. So I'm gonna use instead these things. I'm just gonna put something like journal or archive or something like that. And then we're gonna put on the top of that our flowers and our stickers here. I think that should be enough. Okay, so maybe something like this. Not too much decoration again because I don't want to overdo it. And then we can fill it up and it's gonna be the fun part. Maybe like this. So I'm gonna paste all the pieces as you can see here, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I did what I said. I just pasted all the pieces here. And the other thing that I want to do is just, I got this, one of my pockets had these. So instead of trying to cut the circles, I said, well, maybe I can just grab these small tiny pieces that I have here, and instead of just trying to push further into getting something tiny enough, I can use something that I already have pre-cut. So I found this folder full of these things. So I think that you cannot see where I'm getting this from. So I'm getting these, all of these from here. Let me put this back in because I have so many things, so many. They are tiny, but so many. And I can use them too, but today I decided that nope, I want to use only things that probably most people are gonna have in their houses, rather than trying to do something special, something that only a few people are gonna have, or something that implies a little bit more materials. I just want to have it something simple, something easy. Okay, so So I think that this is gonna be the way to go. For this one, I can cut one more. Like for example, this one that says vintage. Just cut it up. Oops. And that is it. And once again, I'm gonna just paste it, and these two can go away. So once again, I'm gonna just paste all this stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, I pasted everything reset. So once they are looking like this, all what is left to do is this part here. So we're gonna choose probably this one that I love because it has a hole in it, and we can put it right here. As you can see, it's super cute. I'm gonna start using these tweezers, and I'm just gonna pull these ones. Oh gosh, sometimes it gets hard when you don't have the, but once you find them, it's just easier to have this here. And don't worry about the flowers, we're gonna still use the flowers even with these stickers. I just find them cute. And maybe, no, let's, I don't have enough for these, so I'm gonna just use this and two, and then the other ones are gonna have other kinds of stickers. I should have counted before I started to put them on, but it's okay. Nope. Oh, why is it so hard to take stickers off? There you go. There. And then we're gonna use maybe this one that says happy crafting into the other ones. Here there is one over here that says happy crafting, and we need a new one for the other one that says happy crafting. Okay, so we have most of it, and then the only thing that is missing is the flowers. So we're gonna do, for the big envelopes, I'm gonna use these ones, like these big leaves. And something that I love doing is I put this right here, right? And then with my knife, I grab it. I just make a cut in the sticker. Just make it like that. And then here. Oops, there. So it looks like it's a complete image, but it actually is just, see, you can still lift it up. And we're gonna do exactly the same thing with the other one. And we're gonna do, okay, we're gonna pull the full lips in here, and then the rest over here. They are super cute. I really love these stickers because they are super useful. Like I use them a lot of different projects. So two, and then for these small ones we can use a smaller flowers, and I think this is gonna be something like this over. I think that this is gonna go over here, right? It's like a beautiful place for it. For this one, this is a special, we can just, oh, I pulled the wrong one. The wrong part. Oh, it's funny. Okay, and we can say that it's a special, And then we can have, for this one, we can have, these are a little bit too big, so we're gonna use this one. I think this one is gonna go good over here. And we can put this one, this is a black one, black dark, over here. Okay, so we're done using our stickers and everything, and we're done decorating our envelopes. So it gets to the turn to put everything together here. So all what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna put this in fast camera, is just put these stickers, and I'm gonna put this in this order. These two are gonna be one here, one here, one here, and one here. Does it make sense? It's just they are all together, and these are fitting perfectly in there. And this is perfect because then I can pull stuff from there, or I can put some stuff that is getting a little bit out of there, and then I'll be back. I'll paste it and I'll be back. All right, so it's pasted, and we close these, and so the result is gonna be these. And now you can tell that this is still, you know, and this one too, and I do not like it. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a dot. It's gonna be super simple, I promise. It's just something that we need to do because it's not working. I don't like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a piece of this, okay, and I think all what we're gonna have to do is just make a smaller square, then we, like a rectangle better, like a small rectangle. Any paper that you have, in this case I have something, but try it to make it thick enough. I have this wallpaper, so I'm gonna use this one. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do is just use this cutter to, this is thick enough because our envelopes are small. What I'm gonna do is just paste it up to here, so more or less this size, more or less. I don't know how many centimeters, but I'm gonna check with these. Maybe around there. I think this is gonna be the right size. So we see here, right here, and then we cut. And it's important to know how big he was because we're gonna make two of them. And now we can have two equal pieces. So these two pieces we're gonna paste, and this we're gonna discard. And then we paste it back, and then we're gonna put our piece over here, okay? And so this is gonna be closed like this. It's not gonna be perfect. This is gonna be sleeved. You can put the piece in the middle and it's gonna be a little bit better, and you can make it in any color you want. But I think at this point the best alternative that I have is this one, and it's gonna be pasted like this. Okay, does it make sense? I hope it does. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold this a little bit, not too strongly folded, but just so you know up to where you need to put glue. So once you find that part, you just apply a lot of glue, okay? And you know exactly, because you mark your paper, you know where to paste it. And so this is gonna be mobile. You can lift it up and then cover the envelope, but in general it's gonna be closed. And we're gonna do exactly the same thing here. It's gonna be good, and so we're gonna do the same thing. Here, All right, now it's closed. It's not quite as open as it was. It's not perfect, but it's good because then they know that they can just lift it up and put it back and it's gonna hold. And of course here you can still put a lot of stuff. There is still a lot of room to put like tags or articles or bags with, you know, whatever you want. Use this a lot so we can, there is enough room for you to put the stuff. So I think it looks perfect for my purposes. This is more or less what I was trying to get. So and I think it looks really cute. Honestly, it's just so cute. Anyway, this is it for today. If you enjoyed the tutorial, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.